welcome to the Gyaniketan channel. This is Anil Kumar Jha. I am going to teach you history for the standard 12th. Now boys, you have to read today the chapter that's Harappan Civilisation, and the topic is bricks, bits and bones. Now boys, see here, chapter starts with a line that Harappan seals were most distinctive, have been found at Harappa. And why does chapter begin with this line? You have to understand it. And before coming to it, there is another word that is associated with Harappan civilization, Harappan culture. The two words have been associated with Harappan civilizations. To understand it properly, you have to know the meaning of civilization and then culture. What is civilization? It has not been given in the book, that's why we listen very attentively and carefully. Okay, see, civilization. Civilization means this has been defined as the advanced stages of life. This is a definition. Now, explanations vary from scholar to scholar. But what's most acceptable, I am going to tell you. That is, what do you mean by advanced stages of life? You know, when the life reaches at the development of peak, this includes the development of emergence of cities, writing and reading, well-developed political system and social system. Then this stage of life, this is considered as a civilization. And then now you come to the culture. What's a culture? Culture has been defined in sociology differently, in history differently. Archaeologists define culture group of objects distinctive in style and usually that are found together, and they are found within specific geographical areas and period of time. Okay boys, so what's the culture? Once again I tell you, according to archaeologists, group of objects usually found together, distinctive in style and found within specific geographical areas and period of time. Now boys, one question that's important to understand it, although it's not in the book, but you have to understand. Why earlier civilizations have been flourished on the banks of rivers? Because you know, rivers provide water, and water is essential for the survival. Rivers are the cheapest means of communication and transportations, and the lands near to a river are very fertile. These are the reasons. That's why earlier civilizations have been flourished on bank of rivers, and they are also known by the name of rivers. Similarly, this is known as the Indus Valley civilization. Why? Because this civilization has been found. This had been flourished on the bank of Indus River. So now, boys, see here. Under this topic, you have to see what we know about them and how we know about them. Because we know, historians, they know about them because what they had left, and by studying archaeological materials, they left a lot of things. Now boys, see here, seals. Seals are very special. Also for that, seals contain motifs and some signs. Actually, signs are the letters of their script, and they knew the writing and reading. That's why this was termed as a civilization. But the script has not been deciphered. Still, it's undeciphered, and that's why the script has been described as an enigmatic script, means complex script. Not yet has been deciphered. So now, boys, you see here. But still, we know a great deal of their lives from what they had left. What did they leave? A lot of things such as pottery, ornaments, tools, their houses, etc. Now, another important thing that's very noticeable, being a student, you have to watch it, that you have to see how historians interpreted the archaeological materials, and sometimes interpretations change. So that's why, boys, we have to look it very carefully and attentively. Now, boys, the other topic that is subsistence strategies, agricultural technicalities. Now, boys, these are the different aspects of the civilization. Before coming to it, I tell you about the Harappan culture. Why chapter starts with the line that most distinctive artifact was seals, because you know seals are the indicator of culture. Okay, and you know at the site of Harappa, there was a prior civilization to that side, and after the Harappan civilization, historians call it earlier and later Harappans. And there was sometimes historians called for the same site, they use the term mature Harappan culture to distinguish it from two others. Because at that time, Harappan culture, Harappan civilization was reached at its highest peak. So now boys, now I will discuss, I'm leaving the next topics, and I take topics from the page 19, because that topics deal about how this civilization has been discovered and what was Cunningham's confusion and discovering new old civilizations. When you read this, then you come to the order. Okay, to understand it and to bring it in order, I have to start from the topics given in the page 19. That's Cunningham's confusion and discovery of new and old civilizations. Okay, boys, to see here. First of all, how people came to know about this great civilization. Usually, historians believe that Indian history began 6th century BC with the emergence of cities in Ganga Valley. But we believe, as an Indian, we believe our civilization was oldest. But historians, they did not accept it. And they came to know about it, how they came to know it. And there is an interesting story. What happened? Now you listen. Harappan artifacts, seals, have been found, first of all, by the common man. When the flood washed the areas, soil erosion exposed it, and while plowing the fields by the peasants and digging for the treasures, Harappan seals and other artifacts occasionally surfaced, and people did not know what to make use of it, because after a millennia, new civilization has been developed. People living at these areas, they forgot all about that, and they did not have any idea. Then what happened? The first Director General of ASI, Archaeological Survey of India, Mr. Alexander Cunningham, and who was interested in studying of accounts given by the Chinese pilgrims and other inscriptions, because in those days historians they concentrated on it. They thought that this was the most authentic source to reconstruct the history. And apart from that, Cunningham firmly believed that Indian history began with the emergence of cities in Ganga Valley from 6th century BCE onwards. That's why when some seals reached him, he understood that it had a cultural value, but he did not realize how old were these. And one seal was given to him by an Englishman, and he unsuccessfully tried to place it he tried to place within time framework with which he was familiar. Okay, and he could not understand. It was this belongs to the oldest civilization before that period. Okay, boys. In this way, later on, okay, archaeologists like Dayaram Sahni, Rakhaldas Banerjee, and above all John Marshall, they did a lot of work. They made a valuable contribution in discovering Harappan civilization. In 1924, John Marshall announced to the world the discovery of new civilization, and that was contemporaneous with Mesopotamia. Thank you. If you like it, subscribe it and share with others. Thank you.